Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Gary Trent.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Rollins is out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in its small forward. Boy, the regular season is coming to a close very quickly here, Stan. It's been a great year, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Look, the talent level, the skill level in this league, night in and night out, just continues to get better. We see guys making great leaps. I just don't know where the end of this is, Kevin. It just is incredible.
And how lucky are we to get this front row seat? Oh, my goodness.
Every night, we are lucky.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Conley kicks to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Antetokounmpo. And the layup falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And the basket is good. Edwards got his second bucket tonight.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
Here's Kuzma. Good on the three-point shot.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
And here is McDaniels, following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Here's Edwards. And it's sent back by Prince. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Randle kicks to Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Edwards got 7 points. The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks, that one in Milwaukee.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Randle with the bucket.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
It's Prince on the wing from past the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
Deflects the pass. Lopez with the steal. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Now Conley, following the three-point attempt by Giannis. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Fires the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Timberwolves trail by 3. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to talk to his guys. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look out west. You look at the Timberwolves. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings.
I think for Minnesota, they find themselves as just a middle-of-the-road team this year. Opponents they would have blown away last season are giving them all they can handle at this point.
Well, it shows you just how quickly things change in this league. Even if the rosters look similar, these aren't the same opponents.
Now here's Giannis. A 23-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Timberwolves trail. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Prince. Pass to Conley. Ripped away. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Prince. Antetokounmpo's got 10. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randle surveying the D. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league. Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Here's Conley. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to McDaniels. Launches it. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Collins with the bucket. 6 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Prince. He was all alone on that one.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's Rollins. And another three for Milwaukee.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
So it's Minnesota now. Down by 12. Outside Conley. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
And Antetokounmpo on the follow. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponent and making them hesitant.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 12 points for him. From downtown, the shot misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
McDaniels dishes to Randle. Good D by Lopez. Bucks leading by 14. Good, and a nice assist from Prince.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Conley with it. No scoring in this one. Pass to Edwards. Conley with the screen on Prince. Edwards against Prince. Good.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Over to the wing. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 11 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
McDaniels gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. And here's Giannis from outside. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Randle outside. There's the triple. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And how about the response from Randle? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Porter's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And winning.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Conley with it, now guarded by Porter. Giannis against Randle. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's tightly guarded, down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the defense out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Outside, Edwards. Gets in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 5 assists tonight.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate, exactly when his team needs it.
And the D has to compromise once Lopez gets that close, fouling him and hoping he misses.
First trip to the line for him here.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
That's good from Lopez. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley. Brook Lopez hits them both.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
Randle finds DiVincenzo. No good with the triple. Milwaukee leading by 19. Kuzma, right side. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Now DiVincenzo. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Porter inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. And there's Porter on the assist by Lopez. Lopez has got 3 assists now in this one. Randle against Antetokounmpo. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 7.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randle's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Here's Lopez. Reid with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reid touched it last. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that has got to help
the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
A different look for Milwaukee. Nancy's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Torian Prince in for Rollins. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Clark's checked in. Knocks it loose. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Alexander Walker passes to Clark. That three off the mark.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
It's Prince on the wing, defended by Alexander Walker.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Down low. And finished off by McDaniel.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Milwaukee leading by 17. And Porter, here we go. And the shot goes down. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
I just like the commitment from Porter Jr., refusing to let the D get the better of him.
DiVincenzo passes to Clark. To the paint, here's Reed. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Milwaukee now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. DiVincenzo against Porter. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
This young man is unreal. I mean, can you believe that?
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Taj Reed out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the three. DiVincenzo against Porter. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Prince.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bucks leading by 17. Here's Porter. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Clark kicks to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Porter looking it over. And he drives in. And then Porter with the jam.
When he's gone, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Timberwolves trail by 17. DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. Good work there as it goes.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Smith. Reed with the block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Here's Clark driving to the basket. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
On the wing, Green. McDaniels defended. Reed with the block. Here's Alexander Walker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Takes the 3. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted? And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Well, that's what Reed brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
For 3, Smith. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 7th assist in the game.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Smith for 3. That one falls, his 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
To the middle, here's Clark. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The drive by Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Timberwolves trail by 14. DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Smith. Oh, and the dunk by Smith.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And here is DiVincenzo. He has 6. Clark outside. A 3 ball. Green with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
DiVincenzo with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Bucks leading by 17. Here's Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to McDaniels. Alexander Walker with the ball. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
Green inside, working on McDaniels, and it's Green missing. Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's Alexander Walker, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Smith, and Antetokounmpo subbed in for Taurean Prince. Minnesota also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for McDaniels. Edwards comes in for Clark. And Dillingham subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. DiVincenzo with it. And it's Trent picking him up. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
And even though Lopez has taken his game farther and farther from the basket, he can still punish you inside.
Green against Edwards. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Bucks.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Here's Dillingham, guarded by Porter. Pass to Reed. Over Antetokounmpo. Reed misses. Milwaukee leading by 21. Trent with it. Now defended by Gobert. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green, and Rollins subbed in for Porter. Timberwolves also changing it up. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed, and Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. The free throw drops for Trent. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Conley with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Now Conley. Nothing on the board. Edwards drives in. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Milwaukee leading by 22. Here's Rollins. He's got 11. And slam dunk by Rollins.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got his first bucket in this one.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
From deep, Trent. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. That's no good. He's 5 of 10 from the field.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Rollins with the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters, but that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played, and unfortunately, they took it out.
Here's Kuzma. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Daniels, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Rollins. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Conley. Randle outside. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randle. 6 to shoot. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
You know, they like Randle to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
It's Prince on the wing. Sweet little floater. Prince has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the 2nd quarter after a slow start.
Outside Edwards. Here's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Rollins. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. Rollins got 17.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Rollins with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Timberwolves' shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Gobert, the pass to Randle. Out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of a game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Minnesota shooting it quite well, 52% from the field in the second quarter. And Edwards puts up a deep three. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, this is something Edwards continues to work on. He knows how dangerous he can be when he's hitting from deep.
Here's Kuzma. No good with the elbow jumper. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Milwaukee on top, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Ball movement, doing what we got to do defensively, competing, showing effort, and translating it to offense.
That mix has worked really well so far, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. For the Celtics, they'll be up against the Magic in Orlando. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And this could be a close one, guys. Two evenly matched teams. I don't really know what else to say.
And two fantastic teams. Could be a preview for the postseason. Shifting gears now, what a game we've seen from Giannis in that first half.
I got my ink pad out for this guy. He gets the Shaq stamp of approval, playing bully ball on the boards. I love it.
Hey, that stationary set, do you carry it around all day, just handing out approvals?
Ernie, I bought you one of these 2 years ago.
Haven't used it yet. I mean, I'm about to use it for the first time. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Prince out there with Rollins. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Rollins drives to the hoop. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. The Timberwolves shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Randle no good. And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league, helps him absorb the contact.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Here's Giannis, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Rollins against Conley. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Giannis against Randle, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Here's Conley. He has 5. Pass to Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
That one good for 2.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Conley, the pass to Randle. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 4th rebound in this one. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Offline from the top of the key. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. Kuzma with the defensive effort. The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Prince misses.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
It's Kuzma penetrating.
And that was big time. Kuzma doesn't mess around when he gets the chance to show off.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Randle outside. Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Left block shot on the way. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got 5 rebounds tonight. Up top, Kuzma. McDaniels defending. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
Edwards, no good.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Giannis has got 29 in the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Three-pointer, Randle. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the basket by Edwards.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. The Timberwolves shooting 42% from the field here in the third. To the inside, here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Kuzma. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Edwards looking it over. Knocks down the three ball. Edwards got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Now here is Conley. 5 points in the game. Outside Edwards. Antetokounmpo against Randle. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Prince. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Edwards dishes to Randle. A 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Prince. And the dunk by Prince.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Minnesota's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
From deep, Prince. Another miss by Prince. The Timberwolves shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Here's Edwards. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And he makes that one.
Well, that was a creative move. Decided to have a little fun out there, apparently.
Conley against Rollins. Conley into the lane. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Driving the lane. And the dunk by Prince.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Randle against Antetokounmpo. Outside Edwards. And that one drops for him. Edwards got 38 points.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
Giannis passes to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
A great feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. You gotta love that kind of player, able to get it done in just about every facet.
Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots the 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist. McDaniels got 15 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Kuzma. And he can't bank that one in. Timberwolves shooting around 48% so far in the third. McDaniels kicks to Conley. McDaniels dishes to Randle. And they recover it. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And you gotta box out Gobert or he will make you pay on the offensive glass.
Randle against Giannis. Going inside. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Outside Conley. Edwards against Lopez. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim, Anthony Edwards.
Rollins against Conley. From the stripe. The shot by Rollins, no good. Outside Edwards. The rebound by the Bucks. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Minnesota shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Outside Edwards. And it falls over the rim and in. Edwards got 42 in the game.
He is just self-willing, his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Giannis passes to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. He's got 10.
And the rare catching fire from a center. Brook Lopez is a different kind of 5, possesses incredible range.
Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Edwards against Kuzma. Lets it go from the wing. Randle grabs the board. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And here is McDaniel. 15 points in the game. Conley's shot is off.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Livingston's checked in. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Porter subbed in for Rollins. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Randle. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And he makes the first.
And you think back to when McDaniels was drafted. Everyone talked about his potential. Now they're talking about his consistency as a contributor, especially at the defensive end.
And McDaniels drops them both. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game out of the rafters. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
The Timberwolves shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's DiVincenzo. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Trent kicks to Livingston. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one falls. Giannis has got 37.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. Pass to McDaniels. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Lets it go with a three. Drills the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got 9.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Giannis against Reid. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Porter against DiVincenzo. Pass to Reid. Back to DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And so it's Milwaukee with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota, Miller is out there with Clark. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reid in at the 5 spot. Here's DiVincenzo. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
first one falls for him. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Minot's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Porter with it. Jackson down low. He's covered by Clark. Stolen. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's the floater. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Buck shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Jackson. That's tipped. 3-on-3. Here's Alexander Walker. Good work defensively by Trent. And the Bucks with possession. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's the screen. Here's Clark. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Green, no luck.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game? And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Green, no luck. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Pass to Minot. Now, Alexander Walker. Defended by Trent. Clock at 6. Clark with a wide open look. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And we know Kevin Porter Jr. is capable of having big nights. And the way he's playing, this could be one.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now DiVincenzo. Clark outside for the 3. They get it back. And Reed throws it down.
Just one of many things Reed contributes on the floor. His ability to save plays by just being in the right place.
Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Count that one. Porter's got 20.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Trent. From the arc. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. To the paint, here's DiVincenzo. Porter pulls it in. The Bucks shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Nance. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Minot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. And the first one drops. Milwaukee making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randle comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. So he gets them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And Milwaukee has possession. Porter finds Jackson. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 3, Jaden McDaniels.
And the Bucks with possession here. And that one's good by Porter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Randle outside. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of
that is a great finish!
Oh my.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Outside Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Even now, Stan in his late 30s, Mike Conley's still able to perform at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, his father was a gold medalist in track and field. So even as Mike Jr. has maybe lost a step, he's still able to compete athletically.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. It's stolen by Edwards. To the middle, looking for Conley. He gets it there. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Another shot. No good on the layup. The Bucks shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Trent can't hit. The Timberwolves shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Lets it go from 14. That's good from Randle on the assist from Conley. Conley's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Porter against Gobert. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. and take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury, Porter healed up and has taken the league by storm.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
From deep, Green connects from three-point range. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Late reaction defensively, he quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy. Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Up top, Porter, over by Conley. Porter, no luck. Minnesota's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. And finished off by McDaniel.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and it comes off the front of the rim. Minnesota shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Conley, that's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 6 assists in the game.
A great move by Conley. Uses that dribble move to get the space he needed.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Conley kicks to Randle. Got a piece of it. Edwards dishes to Randle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randle's got 21 in the game.
And this is how Randle likes to operate, taking it in to the defense over and over again.
Here's Jackson. And the shot falls short this time.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Milwaukee leading by 22. Here's Trent. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Edwards. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generations. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Fires from the wing. Porter, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 20. 1:58 left in the game. They get it back. Off target at the rim. The Bucks shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Basket good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Trent has a 2-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. McDaniel's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year. So tonight we'll make it 46.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
No one near Randle as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're in front by 16. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Mars is checked in. Reed comes in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Edwards with it. And it's Trent picking him up. Here's Reed. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Amude beyond the arc. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 19-4 run. Here's Edwards. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Amude. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. DiVincenzo against Porter. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Giannis. Great individual performance. I guess you're going for another MVP, huh?
Hey, you know, I try not to think about it that much. My mind says do my job, do whatever it takes to help my team win, and all I care about is I've got to win.
Love the humble brag, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks.
Thank you for that, David. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.